my lines. I got nothing left to say. Well, first of all, our economy is going to depend on our ability to train workers for the future. And, you know, it was interesting when I was over at the stamping plant. You look at the equipment today, and it is so sophisticated that, and it's changing so rapidly, that, you know, even if you are looking at a quote-unquote blue-collar job, these days, if you don't have serious training and skill, you're not going to be able to operate that machine. And so everybody's going to need a good education. Everybody. Not just a few. Everybody. It starts by investing in early childhood education. Part of the problem that we've got is that we've got too many kids who are starting school already behind. They don't know their numbers, they don't know their letters, they don't know, nobody's read to them before, and they're just behind, and they just stay behind. So if we invest in early childhood education, not just pre-K, but working with at-risk parents to help them prepare their children for school. Every dollar we invest there, we get $7, $8, $10 back in reduced dropout rates, improved reading scores, and so forth. That's, I'm going to put several $billion into early childhood education, all across the nation. Second, K through 12, the most important thing in K through 12 is the quality of teachers. And so we've got to pay our teachers more money, and we've got to give them more professional development and more support. And we're going to be losing a billion teachers, a million teachers over the next few years because the baby boom generation's retiring. So now's the time for us to recruit the best and the brightest, give them more pay, give them better professional development, match up mentor teachers with apprentice teachers so that they feel like they've got some support. All right, that will improve outcomes. For kids who are at risk, summer school and after school programs, because a lot of kids don't have a place to go do their homework after school. A lot of kids during the summer, nobody's taking them to some camp or museum. They need some place where they can engage in some positive activities. Thinking about our high schools, you know, there are a lot of kids who drop out of high school because they see no relevance of what's being taught in high school to them being able to get a job. But if we start thinking about, you know, not every young person is going to go to a four-year college. Why not get a child to, in ninth grade, if they decide they're interested in mechanics, give them an apprenticeship while they're in school, so that they're starting to get skills and training in a real job at the same time as they're still going to school. If they believe in if they're interested in art, you know, hook them up with a graphic designer, and they can see what the graphic design business is, and their curriculum then helps prepare them for that job. So that's going to be, I think, important. And the last part is college. It's become unaffordable for a lot of people. And so what we're going to do is, what I've proposed is a $4,000 tuition credit every student, every year. But young people are going to have to give something back in return. Community service. Veterans home, homeless shelter, joining the Peace Corps. We'll invest in the student, and they'll invest back in the community. And by the way, that's not just for people who are getting the traditional four-year college education. A lot of students these days, they may go to school and community college for 2 years, get a skill, go to work. Then 5 years later discover, you know what, I've got to retrain. My job is changing, or I want to go into a different occupation. They have to, at that point, be able to get maybe another 2 years of training if they can use the credit then. So that's all going to be critically important. Last point, you were mentioning No Child Left Behind. First of all, you left the money behind for No Child Left Behind. That's so we're going to fully fund whatever mandates come from the federal government. But the second thing is, what you indicated, I want high standards for our kids, but I don't think a high standard is measured just with a single high-stakes standardized test, especially one given in the middle of the year that doesn't measure progress over the course of the year. So we're going to change the assessment system, and it might help to actually talk to some teachers and some educators when you come up with these schemes so that people actually feel some ownership in terms of how this works. All right? All right. Gentleman right here, right.
Thank you. Senator, my name is Dallas Kelsey. I'm a resident of Clarkston, Michigan. And first I want to congratulate you. I'm a 37-year-old man, and I have gone through bankruptcy, lost my job, went through the downsizing. My whole family was unemployed at the same time. My family used to make tires and wheels for Henry Ford. The Kelsey Hayes Wheel Company actually made all the tires or the wheels for the Model Ts. I want to thank you for your humility and your honesty and your vision. It's been really inspiring to me and my family, most of whom are diehard Republicans. So. And also, I like that you don't take the bait like the other candidates. You don't take it from your opponents. You don't take it from the press. So
I appreciate it.
I really enjoy that. I have two questions, and my first is about Iraq.
Yeah.
I've heard your position.